Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start Max NCERT chapter number 12, How Heavy, How Light. Now page number 143, How much the chair weighs. Anamika wants to weigh this chair using the weighing machine. So this is the weighing machine. With the help of this weighing machine we can weigh our own self also. So can you suggest a way for doing this? So first, how she will weight this chair? So Anamika should put a flat wooden slab on the weighing machine. Okay, she has to put a flat wooden slab on the weighing machine on which chair can be kept easily and record its weight. So then she should put the chair on the slab kept on the weighing machine. So then she has to put the chair on the wooden slab which is kept on the weighing machine. The difference in the weight of the chair with wooden slab and weight of the wooden slab will give the weight of the chair. Now we have to subtract the weight of the chair with wooden slab and the weight of the wooden slab. First only we have to note down the when we are putting wooden slab on the weight machine, that time only we have to note down the weight of the wooden slab, how much it weighs. Then we have to subtract that from the weight of the wooden slab and chair. So then we will get the weight of the chair. Now broken stones. Abdu sells firewood. There was a stone in his shop which weighed 13 kg. Okay, he was having a stone which weighs 13 kg. He used it to weigh firewood. One day the stone fell down and broke into three pieces which weighed 2 kg, 5 kg and 6 kg. So one day what happened? The stone fell down and broke into three pieces. So the three pieces will weighted 2 kg, 5 kg and 6 kg. But Abdu was very smart. He used those three pieces to weigh firewood of all weights from 1 to 9 kg. So he used these three stones to measure 1 kg to 9 kg. So here is how Abdu weighed 1 kg of firewood. So this weight of this bundle is 1 kg. So how we done 1 kg? So he put some sticks in the one pan and he is already having the 6 kg. So in 6 kg stone in a other pan and put a 5 kg in the wooden pan. Okay, then he balancing it become proper, means he can give a 1 kg firewood to customer. Now next page number 144. Now you show how Abdu will use these stone pieces to weight. So he is having 5 kg, 6 kg and 2 kg. So first we want 4 kg of firewood. So how we will measure? So Abdu will put the firewood in one of the pan. So first some firewood he will put in the one of the pan of the balance and the 6 kg stone in the other and the 6 kg stone in the other. The pan with the stone will go down. So first this pan is more 6 kg, so it will go down. Abdu will then put the 2 kg stone on the firewood. So in same way in firewood he will put the 2 kg and both the pan will become balanced. So this way he will give 4 kg of firewood. So thus Abdu will use 2 kg and 6 kg stones to weigh 4 kg of firewood. Now B 3 kg of firewood. Now we have to give 3 kg of firewood. So how we will give? Abdu will put the firewood in one of the pans. So some firewood he will put in the pans of the balance and the 5 kg stone in the other, and in 5 kg he will put in other. The pan with the stone will go down, so it will go down. So for balance, Abdu will then put the 2 kg stone on the firewood. He will put the 2 kg stone on the firewood and both the pans will become balanced. So thus Abdu will use 2 kg and 5 kg stones to weigh 3 kg of firewood. So now see 7 kg of firewood he have to give. So what he will do, he is having already 5 kg and 2 kg of stone. So 5 kg and 2 kg it will make 7 kg. So by putting broken stone of 5 kg and 2 kg on left pan, on left side he will put 5 kg and 2 kg stone and firewood on the right pan. Okay, so how much this will weight stone, that much firewood he will keep on the pan, and this way he will give 7 kg of firewood. So page number 145. Post office. Have you ever been to a post office? Have you ever visited post office, children? Yes. Second, what different things do people go there for? What people will do there? People go to post office for following reasons: to post the letters, to send money orders, for banking purpose also they will go there, to purchase the postcards, inland envelope or stamps. How much does a postcard cost? How much it will cost postcard? The cost of postcard is rupees 1. How much does an inland letter cost? The cost of the inland letter is rupees 2 rupees and 50 paise. Now look at the postal rates given in the chart. See the chart, postal rates, postal item, postal rates in rupees. Single postcard, that is 50 paise, printed postcard 6 rupees, inland letter 2 rupees and 50 paise. Now letter weighting, how much the letter weighing? So 20 grams or less, if the letter is 20 gram or less, so it will cost 5 rupees. For every additional 20 gram, if more than 20 grams, so for every additional 20 grams, it will cost 2 rupees. Now parcel weighing 50 grams or less, if less than 50 grams or it is 50 grams, so the cost is 5. For every additional 50 grams, it will be 3. So look at the postal rates given in the chart. So we have to answer the question. Number 1, how much will you have to pay for stamps on a letter weighing 50 grams? So how much we have to pay? So the stamps are required up to 20 grams equal to rupees 5. So for 20 gram letter we have to pay rupees 5. Now it is letter weighing 50 gram. So for next 20 gram we have to pay, for every additional 20 gram we have to pay rupees 2. So again now 20 plus 20, that is 40. Now again 10 gram is remaining. So for that also we have to pay 2 rupees. So total cost of stamps equal to 5 plus 2 plus 2. So 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 2 9. So rupees 9 we have to pay. Therefore I have to pay rupees 9 for stamps on letter weighing 50 grams. Now same page, number 2 question. Akash wants to send a parcel of the Maths Magic textbook to his friend Rani in Chennai. The book weighs 200 grams. See the chart to find the cost of posting the book. So Akash has to parcel the book to Rani. Following are the cost he has to pay for the parcel. So the weight of book is 200 gram. So the cost of parcel up to 50 gram, that is rupees 5. In chart C, parcel weighing 50 grams or less, that is 5 rupees. For every additional 50 gram we have to pay 3 rupees. Now how much additional is there? That is 200 minus 50, that is 150. So we will multiply 3 times. So 3 in 150 additional 50 gram we have to pay 3. Now here 3 additional 50 grams are there. 150 means. So we will multiply 3 3 is 9. So total cost rupees 5. 5 plus 9. So 5 plus 9, that is rupees 14. Now page number 146. Number 3. Read the weight shown in the picture. Find out the cost of sending a parcel of the weight. Now this is the parcel weight machine. How much weight this showing? The weight of a parcel on the weighing machine is 225 gram. That is between 220 and 230. It is showing 225 grams. So post charges for 50 gram is rupees 5. Okay, we are knowing that parcel charges for 50 gram is rupees 5. So for additional 50 grams we have to pay rupees 3. Now here how much is there? For next 50 gram rupees 3, and for next 50 gram rupees 3, and for next 50 gram rupees 3. How much it happened? First 225. So for first 50 gram, that is 5. Then how much is left? 225 minus 50, that is 175. Now again 50 we will take. So 175 minus 50, that is 125. For again 50, so 125 minus 50, that is 75, and 75 minus 50, that is 25. For 25 also we have to pay the money as per 50 grams only. So total post charges rupees 5 plus rupees 3 plus rupees 3 plus rupees 3 plus rupees 3. So that is 5 plus 3 8. 8 plus 3 11. 11 plus 3 14. 14 plus 3 17. So rupees 17 rupees. The cost of stamps equal to 17. Same page, page number 146. How many stamps? Rahul needs stamps of rupees 25 for his parcel. He went to the post office. Only stamps of rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5 and rupees 10 were there at that time. Using these stamps, in how many different ways can he make rupees 25? Okay, he want 25 rupees stamp, but that time that stamp was not available. He only got rupees 1, 2, 5 and rupees 10. So by using this stamp only, you have to make rupees 25 stamp. So can you show 5 different ways? What is the heaviest parcel he can send using stamp of rupees 25? So by using available stamps, he can make rupees 25 in the following ways. So first what he will do, he will purchase rupees 1 stamp, that is of 25. Means 25 stamp he will purchase of 1 rupees. So 125 is a 25. So he will stick 25 stamps of 1 rupees. Then second option, he will purchase rupees 2 stamp of 12. Okay, so 12, 2 12s are 24 and 1 is left, so he will purchase rupees 1 rupee stamp. So 24 plus 1 it will become 25. The next option, he will purchase rupees 5 rupees stamp. That how much he will purchase? That is 5. 5 5 is 25. Now next option, he will purchase 10 rupees stamp of 2. 2 10 rupees stamp he will purchase. So 10 to the 20 and he will purchase next 5 rupees. So 20 plus 5 it will become rupees 25. Now next he will purchase rupees 10 rupees stamp. First only he will purchase 110 rupees stamp and he will purchase 5 rupees stamp of 3. So 5 3 is 15. So 10 plus 15 rupees 25. So this way you will make rupees 25 rupees 25 stamp of rupees 25. Same page 146. Our wait together. A frog was struggling to escape from the mouth of a crow. How can I escape? The frog thought. Suddenly a trick came to his mind. He asked the crow, are you good at arithmetic? If yes, then I will ask you a problem. So your weight is 650 gram and I am only 145 gram. How much do we weigh together? So once what happened? The frog was caught in a crow's mouth. So we want to escape from the crow. So what he thought an idea? Okay, he asked the crow that you are a good at arithmetic in mathematics. The crow said, if yes, then I will ask a problem. So the frog is asking, your weight is 650 gram and I am only 145 gram. So how much we will both weigh together? So the crow was good at mathematics, so he happily opened his beak to answer. What happened after that? So what was the answer the crow wanted to give? So when the crow opened the mouth to answer the frog's question, the frog escaped from his mouth. So okay, when he opened the mouth, what happened? The frog jumped from his mouth and he escaped. Crow gave the answer as we weighed 795 gram together. So 650 plus 145, 0 plus 5, 5, 5 plus 4, 9 and 6 plus 1, 7. So the both will weigh together 795 gram together. Now next page, page number 147. Am I fit or fat? The chart shows the height and weight of the children between 6 and 10 years old. So name, age, height, weight. Temshula, age 6 years, height is 3 feet 7 inches and weight 16 kg. Then Shrikun, age 10, height 4 feet 3 inches, weight 23 kg. Then Rabia, age 6, height 3 feet 10 inches, weight 17 kg. Then Vinit, age 8, height 3 feet 11 inches, weight 19.5 kg. And Kavita, age 9, 3 feet and 10 inches and weight 20 kg. Height we will write in feet and inches, weight we will write in kg. Now you also fill the table by finding out the age, height and weight of any 5 friends. So children, you can write your own friend's name also here. So Kavita, so age we will write 7, height 4 feet and 4 inches. So she is 24 kg. Then Shreya, age 6 years, height 4 feet 2 inches, weight 20 kg. Then Anjali 10 age is 10, height 5 feet 2 inches and 30 kg. Then Nikita age 9, height 5 feet 1 inches 25 kg. Rashmi age 8, 4 feet 9 inches and 22 kg. Now page number 148. How many oranges? All oranges have equal weight. The two papayas have the same weight. The weight in the first and second balances are equal. How many oranges balance in weight in the third? So how many oranges we will keep in third balance? For that we have to find out the weight of the one papaya and weight of one mango. So first in the first balance, one mango is there and one orange. So one mango plus one orange is equal to three oranges. So we will find out one mango weight. So three oranges minus one oranges, because orange is also there. So for finding out mango weight, we will minus one orange. So one mango equal to two oranges. So hence one mango equal to two oranges. Now in the second balance, two papayas and two oranges plus one mango. So 2 papaya equal to 2 oranges plus 2 oranges and 1 mango equal to 2 oranges. For 2 papaya we will take 2 oranges, and 2 oranges we will take 1 mango, means 1 mango equal to, we got in first balance 1 mango equal to 2 oranges. So 2 papaya equal to 4 oranges. So for 2 papaya we will keep 4 oranges, means here already 2 oranges are there. For now 1 mango equal to 2 oranges. So in place of 2 oranges we will keep, they have kept 1 mango. So the value of 2 papaya equal to 4 oranges. So hence 1 papaya equal to 2 oranges. So now in third balance we can keep 1 papaya plus 1 mango is already there. So we have to keep here balance. So for 1 papaya we will keep 2 oranges and plus 1 mango we will keep 2 oranges, which will make 1 papaya equal to 2 oranges and 1 mango equal to 2 oranges. It will be balanced. So 1 papaya plus 1 mango equal to 4 oranges. Therefore, in third balance, 4 oranges will balance 1 papaya and 1 mango together. So, we will keep here 4 oranges to balance 1 papaya and 1 mango. So, find that marble. There are 3 marbles of the same size, but one marble is slightly heavier or lighter than the other two. Can you find which is that marble, and if it is heavier or lighter, you can use the balance only 2 times. So we have to find out which marble is heavier or lighter. So let us take the 3 marbles as we will give the name M1, M2 and M3, in which one of them is heavier or lighter than the other two. So put marbles M1 and M2 in a different pans. So first case, if both are equal, then M3 is heavier or lighter than these marbles. If when we will put M1 and M2 marbles in different pans, if both they are equal in balance, so M3 is the heavier or lighter than this marble in first case. In second case, if we are putting M1 and M3 in different pans, if they are equal, then M2 is heavier or lighter. Okay, if M1 and M3 are equal, then M2 is heavier or lighter. Or if B, if M1 is greater than, sorry, if M3 is greater than M1, then M2 and M3 are equal. M2 is heavier. In first case only M2 is heavier or lighter. Same way here also M3 is, if M3 is heavier, so both are M2 and M3 are equal, and M1 will be lighter than M2 and M3. Okay children, I hope you understood the chapter. Thank you.